Hi. So when we were first asked to discuss the impacts that social class has on education, the first thing that came to mind was a conversation that I had with a friend of mine who sent her child to a private school instead of a public school. And when I asked her why she did this and why they're paying these exorbitant fees to have their child study at this particular high school, their response was that that high school was a feeder to a prestigious university, and that by their child attending the school, they were pretty much guaranteed a position at that university if they wanted to go. So I know this is a first world sort of scenario. However, it really made me think about the impact that social class has on an individual's education and the process of social stratification within the education system, and how wrong it can be. Who's to say that one student is more deserving or more suited to attend a particular university over another, just because they might not be able to afford the private school fees. And not to mention the sort of social capital that benefits these selective private schools as a result of those social relationships and academic sort of connections. I feel like this example sort of exemplifies how social class is realised and how it influences social inequalities within educational and social settings. My example of where I think that people that we might be getting it a bit right was at a school that I was working at as an LSO, where the principal initiated a before school care program called the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club was used by students whose parents had to go to work early or had very little family support, so they would pay a small fee, and these students would socialise in a room and have breakfast together with a selection of foods and juices and drinks to choose from before starting their school day off. There were exceptions for students whose parents could not afford to do this. They were allowed through because the principal and the teachers at this school firmly believed that all students should be able to start the school day off not feeling hungry. It's very inclusive, the Breakfast Club. It was run by sort of grandparents, like elderly people in the community, and parents and teachers had to fill in sometimes, but mostly volunteers, which seemed to really strengthen students' relationships with the older generations within the community. And it just really felt like that this was a moment where teachers were getting it right and making an impact on the social class outcomes within the school community. So thank you for listening, and I better complete listening to someone else's so that I can finish this module. All right, thank you. Bye.